Jordy, that's more like a 42-24 win over Yorkshire this afternoon. Give us your thoughts after that one.
Yeah, I think came out blazing at the start, did what we wanted to. I think we played with the intensity and the pace that they sort of couldn't handle, and just when we're holding the ball, we're looking sharp. So I think the first 20-30 minutes will really set it up for us. Probably went away a bit from our game in the middle, but good to see we finished it off and didn't make it a close one like last week, and actually put them to the sword at the end and come away comfortably.
Yeah, we flew into the lead in the beginning, didn't we? It was a bit similar to last week in that respect. We seem to have become flying out the blocks at the moment. You must have been really pleased with that.
Yeah, it is nice to come out hard, come out fast and really set the tone for the game. I think if we just keep the pressure on and make it 80 minutes, we'll be happy.
We got a few carries today as well.
Yeah, we got a couple on. Yeah, happy.
I mean, there were only literally seconds on the clock when Reid went over for that first try. I know I've already said it, but just to get such a fast start, it almost feels like a head start when you get those early points, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's always a confidence builder too. Yeah, just I think when we were just sort of playing with pace and holding the ball, I don't think they could handle what we're throwing at them. And I think with the talent we got, if we do what we do well, and we'll be able to put most teams to the sword. And I think we got the talent to really play our game and do what works best for us, and make other teams try to handle what we can throw at them.
Yeah, it was 19-0 after about 18-19 minutes, I think, and then to be, credit to Yorkshire, they came back into it. We obviously got that sin bin, but we seemed to kind of hold out until half-time, not too much panic, and kind of move forward from there. Must have been pleased with the way we kind of closed out that first half as well, if you like. Yeah,
obviously with the card, we tried to slow it down a bit, soak up that 10 minutes till Westy got back on. I guess that slower pace probably brought them back into the game, and missing one of our tight five, and they like playing up front, probably worked into them a bit. But you know, kudos to us. We held them out, and we knew if we just went back to what we were doing well, you know, I think the ball will start bouncing back our way. And obviously we're giving away a few penalties there, sort of letting them out of our half, or letting them out of their half, and sort of releasing the pressure a bit. So we just got back on top of our discipline, started doing what we wanted to do, and that's why I think we were able to sort of come away with it at the end.
Yeah, it was 22-10 at half-time, wasn't it? We obviously got the first score in the second half to kind of put us out of range a bit. How crucial was that first score in the second half? Because if they'd have got it, it would have been really tense, I imagine.
Yeah, we did say that. Score first was paramount. Obviously, if they got the points, they still get their tails up, and when they start getting a bit of a sniff at teams like, all the teams, they really get their tails up, and the ball starts, like you saw last week, the ball starts bouncing their way, and they're hard to contain. So we did talk about getting the early points and trying to put it to bed early, and then we can close out the half or close out the game.
That was the bonus point try as well, which means we obviously come away with the full 5 points. You scored with about 5-10 minutes to go to kind of round off the victory. You're a hard man to stop when you get the ball running, eh?
Yeah, saw a bit of a hole there, so just went for it. But came off, which is good. But I think our whole pack today carried well. Landry, Drew, Rain got a couple. Type 5 did well. So I think with the big bodies we got, we can really get over the gain line, and with the backs we got and the pace and the size they got, we can really give them a bit of space, and I think you saw that work well today.
Some extremely free-flowing rugby this afternoon. Is that a kind of sign of the confidence within the group?
Yeah, that's what we sort of spoke a bit about during the week, was let's be brave and back the talent that we got in the squad to really take it to teams and force them to try to contain us. And I think that's what you saw today, and just having the confidence to sort of back our ability and really go at teams and attack the line and having a crack. And I think that's sort of paid off for us today, and see with the tries we're getting. And
a Sky Sports man of the match, also Harrison's man of the match from the Ealing Trailfinders supporters. You seem to be enjoying this English rugby stint of yours. Pretty impressive start in the green and white.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. You know, obviously the weather's like playing back home, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, really enjoying it. Great bunch of guys to play with, and I think our coaching staff have us heading in the right direction with a great game plan, and we just keep carrying it week by week and keep putting the pressure on teams at the top of the ladder.
Yep, now we go on to Doncaster away next week. Always a tricky place to go. I'm sure you've probably never been to Doncaster before, but I guess we just focus on ourselves and another big week and looking to go to Castle Park and get a good result.
Yeah, we'll look at the tape during the week, see try to pick them apart and see what will work well for us. Obviously. All teams and away games are especially tricky, but like I said, what we're focusing on ourselves and doing what we do well, and just have the confidence to go at teams.
Well played today, mate. Outstanding.
Appreciate it, Shane.
Jordy, a 42-24 win over Yorkshire Carnegie this afternoon. You must be a pretty pleased director of rugby after that one.
Yeah, I thought the boys implemented a lot of the stuff that we did in the week. By no means perfect, but I thought some of the attacking rugby was really good. I think our defence is coming on nicely, and more than anything, the boys worked hard and seemed to enjoy it.
We flew into a fast start. I think we were 19-0 up after about 15 minutes. You must have been really pleased with the way we kind of flew out the blocks.
Yeah, we spoke all week just about that attacking intent and really going at them. I thought we did that, and some of the play was really, really good. We've just got to be able to maintain that now for 80 minutes.
I know you're obviously an advocate of free-flowing rugby, and we were certainly showing that in those first 20 minutes, weren't we? Seemed to be offload after offload.
Yeah, it's just getting that balance. Where there was a few in the second half where they probably weren't on. You can't control every single one, but that's just, as I say, those work-ons in training. When it's on, we want to play. If it's not on, we went to some of us exit structures. And to be fair, I thought Luke Carter's kicking was spot on today, and even the first box exit, I think we did. It allowed Jordy, a few of the other boys in the kick chase to get them into touch, and we have an attacking platform to play from them.
Bit of a wobble before half time with the sin bin, but we seem to close that out pretty well. I know we conceded the try from it, but apart from that, you must have been pretty pleased with the way we kind of saw out the first half, if you like.
Yeah, even during that period I thought we did some really good stuff. You're always going to be on the back foot when you're a man down. We lost Westin, he's our line out caller as well, but I thought they adjusted really well. I thought Rain called well, and then second half I thought they came out, and where they were getting a little bit of joy from their their mauling. That was spoken about at half time through Glenn, and I thought they adjusted, and I thought we negated that second half.
Most of those tries in the first half came courtesy of some pretty impressive passes from Craig Willis. You must have been really pleased with how he went this afternoon.
Yeah, he's been patient, he's been desperate for a start. We got 3 good 10s. And I thought he ran the show today. I thought he was really good. I thought he got the balance right when he shifts it early, and also when he takes on that line himself. And he was probably unlucky not to. I think he went through early doors in the game, and probably unlucky not to get a try himself.
That early score from Pat Howard in the second half not only got the extra bonus point, obviously, but it kind of gave us a bit of breathing space. You must have been delighted with the way that we kind of edged out and then saw the game out from there.
Yeah, I guess I don't like the word seeing the game out. I want us to keep going outside, so I understand the need sometimes to play in the right areas and play the correct rugby, but for us, I look at the players we've got, we still want to keep going outside for the full 80 minutes.
A couple of youngsters getting on the pitch today, Jake Elwood, George Davis, good showings from them as well.
Yeah, we've got some good young players coming through the system, and I think Jake Elwood, he's played a lot of university rugby. He's been on loan at Chinner for the first few weeks of the season, playing well there, and he came into the side today and put in a really good performance. And same with George as well. He came off the bench, penalty during his first or second scrum, I believe it was. So again, really positive in signs there, and also lots of competition for places. It's not about, I guess, star names. It's about the players performing week in, week out. And I go back to, we have to work hard for each other.
That late try from Jordy Reid pretty much saw us over the line. Man of the match from Sky and from the supporters as well. He looks like some player, doesn't he?
Oh, he's phenomenal. He's a student of the game. His knowledge of the game is really good. He's physical, he can carry, he gets over the ball, his defensive work's good, so he's a real good addition for us this year, and I think a lot of our guys around him will learn a lot off him as well, and I think he'll really put in a lot more performances like that.
Obviously against Scottish they came back in the last 20 minutes and it was only a 5-point margin in the end. How pleased were you with the fact that we, I know we just said it, saw it out, but they didn't come back with any danger towards the end?
No, I think we'll look back and we'll still be disappointed that we gifted them a couple of opportunities and still we conceded over 20 points. I guess we'll still look at that. I know a lot of the refereeing favours the attacking teams now, but just the fact that we kept playing and we had intent to play, that was the thing that pleased me the most. And there were some real good carries at the end of the game, and probably a couple of chances we left out there as well.
And now moving on, it's always a tough trip to Castle Park. It'll be a big one against Doncaster next week, won't it?
Oh, they're a good side. They're very well coached. The challenge for us is we know that if we don't turn up there, what happened to us last time, they put 50 odd points on us. So I think we're very much looking forward to going back up there and I guess putting on a performance, not necessarily to right that wrong, just for us as a group, just to keep improving week on week and stamp our attacking authority on the game and on them.
That's back-to-back wins now. Do you feel like we can really start to build some momentum from here?
I keep saying to the players, as long as we're improving week on week and we're working hard, I'm pretty happy, and I thought they worked their socks off out there today. We're getting better week on week, and yeah, momentum's a great thing in sport.